Hi, Tracy, Blue Alien News, and I'm back again with Breaking the Law and Protest Rights. So, when we have a look at the right to protest and overstepping your rights and the laws that you can break, I'm taking a look at the charter rights for Canada. Now, every country has their own charter rights, but these are the laws you're breaking on the Canadian side. You have charter rights states everyone has the following fundamental freedoms to freedom of conscience and religion, freedom of thought, belief, opinion, and expression, freedom of peaceful assembly, and freedom of peaceful association. However, these rights are not without limits, and this comes directly from the Ottawa police site. So if you're out in your protest and you've got your Wi-Fi handy, just go on there and have a look, and you can see that these rights are not without limits. And this works for every law. You know, whatever your rights are, there are certain circumstances that will mean that you have moved from being a legal protester into a little bit of a criminal. And while some of these are minor charges, and you'll maybe get a slap on the wrist, removed from the area, told to go home, there are others that can have you in prison for anywhere between a year and 25 years, depending on the severity of the crime. And these rates, you know, and this includes things like they're busy arresting people at the moment or getting them to move out, blocking or obstructing a highway. You can't do that. You cannot cause a disturbance. So if you're having a rave, it might be a street party. If you've got a permit for it, that's allowed. If it's not allowed, if you haven't got a permit for it, you can't do it. Now, your protest permits themselves only last a particularly short period of time, and usually 1 or 2 days. And they hold them over weekends, and when everybody's done, if you haven't left the area by the time limited on the permit, say for example 11 p.m. on a Saturday or a Sunday, you'd be had up and arrested for causing a disturbance. Again, it'd be a slap on the wrist, send you home, poof, off you go. Common nuisance is another one. So that's harassing people on the side of the street or residents who are walking by. If you are threatening them online when they comment on your recording or your video or your web, these are all interfering with transportation facilities. So the vehicles that are busy blocking the roads on both sides of the border, both at Coutts and in Detroit, you are all committing a crime. And with millions of dollars, Canadian dollars, being wasted because you're wasting everybody's time, this is where things like something like the RICO Act can come in. Now, the RICO Act works slightly differently across borders between USA and Canada. But, for example, they can seize your assets. They can freeze your bank accounts. And they can take your money. You have cost the city of Ottawa $1 million a day. So if your truck or your truck's horse or the motor action or the vehicle that you have is worth anywhere between $1,000 and $50,000, and you got a house back in BC or Alberta or Saskatchewan or Manitoba, wherever you have your home, they can seize that too. They can freeze your bank accounts. I mean, granted, they can't stop you for like getting food and stuff like that, but they would hand out that allowance. And while they wouldn't necessarily jail your family and your children because they're your family and children, you, on the other hand, as the owner of the property or the business or who's involved as an organizer in this thing, can have your assets frozen. And so that you can be fined and you can be jailed. The other one is an offensive volatile substance. So everybody's moaning about the fact that people are being arrested for too much petrol, they're being cleared away. Again, this is a minor offense. They're just going to be arrested, walked away, not even charged for the most part. And also you have to consider the local fire laws. There are local city laws, there are fire laws, there are criminal laws. If you break a fire law and you start a fire, that's a crime. You may not even mean to start your fire, but just because you've got some wood burning over there and a bunch of jerry cans on the other side, that could go woof in a moment. All it takes is one idiot, one drunk idiot, or one sober idiot. It doesn't matter. Again, unlawful assembly. Once your permit has expired, your assembly is no longer lawful. And that's assuming you got a permit. And even if you didn't get a permit, there are limits on your rights because you cannot affect or disrupt the infrastructure of a city, a town, a country, or two nations on the border. So from minor mischief to financial fraud by those donating the money and those receiving the money, they are the ones that you should be looking at. It's not GoFundMe or even Apple or Google or some big tech company or even the banks. The banks have to uphold the law of the country, the financial laws of the country. They make and break a country. And essentially, while in Canada, the military may sell off a military vehicle to some farmer dude and he brings it to the train, does not mean the military are on your side. It means some guy got lucky because he bought an old military vehicle. The military are employed by the country, not the protesters. They follow government orders, they follow the orders of their superiors. And even if they don't like it, they would be well within their rights to tow away all your vehicles, leaving you stranded in the middle of an oncoming snowstorm, apparently, which is due for the 14th. So on that note, won't it just be the FRECO Act or similar that freezes your assets? It'll be a blizzard. And my name is Tracy, signing out from Blue Alien News. Don't go breaking the law, folks. Bye-bye.